people part is the most important part. I believe that in life we may face many challenges and many things are constantly fighting for our energy and our attention. If I've learned anything this year, and especially in this class, it's that the people part is the important part. We will leave behind things, but ultimately they're just that. They're things. They don't really matter in the big scheme of things. The most important part of our lives is the impact that we leave on the lives we're so blessed to touch throughout our time here on earth. We are all created in the image of God and called to love Him, and in doing so, love those around us. Matthew 22:37 says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind." It then goes on to say in verse 22:39, "Love your neighbor as yourself," reminding us of the importance of taking care and loving those around us. We are called to love our neighbor as ourself, to love and take care of them. We are biblically called to do this. So why is that important to leadership? I truly believe that that is in fact the biggest part of being a leader. Taking care of and loving those around you makes it more about the people than anything else. Mistakes are going to happen, and nothing is ever going to be perfect. But striving to care for those around you is more important than anything else. The people part is the most important part of not just life, but of leadership. In Transform Cross-Cultural Leadership, we took a deep look into our values, CQ, purpose, priorities, gifts, faith, approaches to leadership, and how to truly flourish as a leader in this diverse world, all of which I believe feed back into this narrative of the people part being the most important part of leadership. Through learning about CQ during this course, we learned of the importance to increase self-awareness of the impact culture has upon leading and driving change, as well as how to improve knowledge of how to effectively lead with cultural intelligence, and finally how to enhance effectiveness managing across cultures in one's major, career, or even life. Whether we are aware of it or not, culture impacts so much of every person's life and the way that they function. It is important to acknowledge that and to also do something about it. Knowing the people around you and how they best communicate and find comfort because of their backgrounds and their stories will help to improve leadership and productivity, again keeping the importance of the people aspect of life and leadership. Through purpose and faith, we can also understand that we are called to a purpose by God, whether that be to be an athlete or to be a student or to be some business professional. Whatever our purpose be, we are called to love people through that purpose and to have faith in God that He will lead us to do so. One big aspect of this is our gifts, which was another important area we learned about in class. God has blessed each person with a story and a set of gifts that He has helped to shape our stories. Our gifts are not supposed to be just one specific thing, and they're never meant to look quite exactly what the gifts of those around us look like. That's what makes it special, though. God has given each of us gifts that we get to use to further His kingdom and to take care of those around us. It is also not only important to be aware of our own gifts, but the gifts of those around us as well. If you know the gifts of those you are leading and those you do life with, you can best help each other and work together to complete common goals. If someone's gifted with writing and someone else is gifted with speaking, you can divide up the work to best conquer a goal. Leadership in a world of diversity. We are living in a great time of diversity, and it's important to understand that. There are all sorts of different people in our world, and each one has a story to tell, a passionate heart, and a road ahead, as well as a past behind them. It's important to celebrate our differences and to find a way to let God's light shine through each of our stories that are intertwined with the ones around us. Difference is not bad, but there's great beauty in our difference, and so much life to be celebrated in our diverse world. If we all had lived the same story, or if we'd all had the same experiences, we wouldn't be able to have this colorful, creative, incredible world that we live in today, all in God's plan, timing, and beauty. So if I could take one major thing away from not just this class, but this year as a whole, and also leave just one thing with you, take care of those around you, because ultimately, the people part is the most important part. Thank you.